Dumpy.fun was just released, and this could be game changing. As you know, I have a Solana sniper that buys tokens when they are brand new, and then it holds them until there's a 30x or they go to zero, essentially. And 99% go to zero. It tries to get, some tokens out, probably at 50% drawdown. But other than that, it's buying these tokens on Solana here, kind of like people are buying on Bird Eye here. And I was just showing my little market maker here for the Indian call center, which you guys should all call instead of calling me. I'm not your guru. I don't know everything in this game, but I have a sniper that I built, and I just show it all on YouTube. Anyways, people are gambling on these Bird Eye tokens where most go to zero, including this Indian call center is probably going to go to zero, buddy. 99%. I've been watching it for 6 months now. 99% go to zero. So if 99% go to zero, what is the better trade? It's to short it, to short them, all of them, right? Because if I can build this reverse sniper, a sniper that instead of buying tokens thinking they're going to go to the moon, why don't we build a sniper that predicts going to zero? The chances are better. 99%. I've been watching this for 6 months. You can see the starting balance is $200. The current balance is $812. I haven't touched anything. I built it all on YouTube for free. It's all there, all the code. I saw this go from 200 all the way to 2,000, all the way back down to 150. So the volatility is crazy. I told you that I wait for a 30x, which is so rare. It probably happens, I don't know, a couple times a month, but it's the lion's share of all the returns. So if 99% go to zero, I'm extremely interested in Dumpy.fun. I like Solend. It's been around for multiple years. So there's a little bit of trust there. Again, I can't fully trust anybody in crypto, but let's read through this. Shout out to Doug from Twitch for putting us on to this earlier this morning and coming up with the idea of the reverse sniper. Because we've been working on a sniper and 99% go to zero. So a reverse sniper theoretically should eat. There are some caveats there, though, we will talk about here soon. So you can finally short the poop coins destined for zero, powered by Solend Protocol and Jupiter Exchange. I'm already algorithmically buying on Jupiter. So we're good there. We're set up there. I don't know what the API is like on Solend. The beta password has been shared to the waitlist in Telegram. So you can just go check out their Telegram. I'm not just going to tell you the password. I'm a good guy. They want you to go check out their Telegram. Go check it out. It's in there. I found it really quickly. What goes up must come down, and 99% of meme coins go down to zero. If only there was an easy way to profit from this. And now there is. It's dead simple. Select a coin, select leverage, and dump. But don't get liquidated. It's very evident that they missed the whiff train because they're dumping whiff, but that's my bias there. A celebrity launches a token, dump it. A dev rugs a meme coin, dump it. Your friend shows you a meme coin, dump it. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell others to put their money where their mouth is. I love this because it's going to make it a much more efficient market if we can short and long. Again, there's some caveats that I'll get to here, but I want to read through this, make sure I didn't miss a second of it. The beta starts with just one meme coin, but new tokens will be listed every day. So they have this request form here. Let's check that out. Listings are based on popularity and liquidity. Choose which tokens get listed by voting dumpy.canny.io. So I'll go to that after this. Early users will be eligible for an airdrop. Pretty much. Hint airdrop. Dump is the meme coin designed with a singular satirical mission to dump to zero. Dump is not just a token. It's an experiment to showcase the functionality of Dumpy.fun, a platform dedicated to value destruction. I love this. It's going to make this a much more efficient market. Prices are going to be more real. It might wreck my sniper, but that's okay. Every single day, there's something new. And every single day, that's why I play, dude. That's why I focus here. That's why I'm not focusing on equities or Forex or futures. I know there's alpha there. I get it. I know my algos could eat over there, but every single day in crypto, there's something new. And that's why I love it here. Dump serves as a live demonstration of how Dumpy.fun works. While most tokens aim for the moon, Dump embraces chaos, boldly aspiring to hit rock bottom. The goal is to create an original, entertaining, and educational experience. Achieving absolute zero is harder than it sounds. Historical examples like UST and FTT show that no matter how bleak the outlook, there's always some retard buying. This irrationality can disrupt the down only we seek, turning our straightforward plan into a game of markets and psychology. Now it's becoming a real market, in my opinion. Join us in our mission to dump to zero. Let's challenge the norms, embrace the absurdity, and learn something new along the way. Dump it to zero. Okay, you can join their Telegram if you want the password. Let's go ahead and check out. This is the app here, and you can see it's only WIF now. I'm questioning that decision, but might as well start with the biggest one. Obviously, that's my bias seeping through. I'll dump it to zero. I'll dump it to zero. Let's say that. Let's say that much. I will dump all of these to zero. I don't care. I think everything is going to zero soon. Let's read these. I wanted to see this. Dumpy.fun lets you short the poop coins destined for zero, powered by Save. What is Save? How does it work? Shorting works by selling borrowed tokens later. Selling borrowed tokens later, when the price has hopefully gone down, you can close the position at a profit by buying back and repaying the loan. Dumpy.fun uses Save for borrowing and Jupiter for selling. What tokens will be supported? Initially, tokens are listed one by one based on popularity and liquidity. You can prioritize your meme coin by voting. In the future, permissionless listings will enable any token to be listed. What are the risks? Okay, so I was about to say nobody's going to want to vote for their meme coin, but actually, if there's enough shorts that come up that start like shorting WIF, that's jet fuel to get liquidated. So you can see I watch liquidations all day long, and some of the biggest up moves happen because, like, for example, this guy got liquidated on Bitcoin $2.27 million. So while at first look, I was about to say, no meme coin is going to want to get listed on this. It actually might be advantageous for meme coins to get listed on this, because that means all of the haters or whatever you want to call them, the shorters, the people going short, they will have positions with cash on the short side. And if we can blow them up, the price will go crazy. So this is making a more efficient market, because the same way when like WIF or something gets to, when you can long WIF with leverage, you'll now be able to, when you're long, you're looking to blow up all the shorts. And when you're short, you're looking to blow up all the longs. So now WIF, I don't know if it's like the most fun example for this, because there's already markets like Hyperliquid where you can short WIF. So this has already been efficientized, I would say. The market is pretty efficient. So I'm curious to see when they get like real poop coins, like the one we were working on, the market maker today, where I showed that example of the Indian call center where I set a bunch of $7 orders anytime it's under 4 cents. It's actually running right here, but you can see the position is full. So it's a $120 position. It's just playing around here. Obviously, this is a poop coin that's going to zero. But if I could short this to zero, that would be huge. I don't know if I would, because I'm going to send everybody that has support tickets, I'm going to send them to the Indian call center, because I don't do support. I'm just a coder coding. I'm sorry, B. It is what it is. Don't hit me. Don't DM me. Nothing. Please, please, please. Much love to you, though. Let's go through this. and see if there's any more alpha that we can pull from this. What are the risks? There are a few risks to consider when shorting on Dumpy.fun. Liquidation risk is the risk that your dump position is liquidated due to insufficient collateral from the market moving against you. Oracle risk is the risk of Oracle's quotes an incorrect price causing liquidation when it shouldn't have. So that's a huge risk, actually. So if they put on a token that was super small, which they probably won't, somebody can manipulate the oracles. Squeeze risk is the risk that cascading short liquidations cause forced buying pressure, causing a rapid increase in price. For lenders, there is a different set of risk. Utilization risk is the risk that withdrawals are not available due to all the tokens being lent out. Ooh, bad debt risk is the risk of some accounts being left with more debt than collateral after liquidation. And there will be traders that do that. Just FYI. FYI, they're going to let debt go bad intentionally and be levered up on the other side. I'm just saying, I know this. I'm not going to do it, but there's just like, you know how scarcity led this industry is. Everybody's like trying to get their own. Nobody's like worried about ethics and stuff like that. I'm glad to see here there's only 0.53x leverage. That means you can't go crazy. Show more. So the collateral APR is not crazy. The APR is how much you're paying. And, you know, to get a loan on a house right now, it's like 9%. So 9.33% is fair in my book. I'm sure you could do better, but you'd have to work for it. How much leverage is allowed? Max leverage depends on a combination of loan to value ratio and the collateral and the borrow weight. These parameters can be viewed at save.finance. What is save.finance? Oh, is this Solend? Did Solend turned? Did they just change? No. Yeah, it's the same icon. Maybe, I don't know. Is save.finance maybe Solend's the new thing? I don't know. A confused customer never buys. So I'm out, but I don't really care about that. What I want to get to is, where is the API, bro? Is there an API coming? That's the question. I don't see anything about API here. I hope they're just new. They will come with the API soon. You know how I feel about platforms that don't launch APIs. That means they don't want sophisticated players in the game. And I'm not saying I'm sophisticated by any means. I'm just getting started. I'm on my 3.5 year here, even coding. So, you know, take everything I say with a huge grain of salt. Huge grain of salt. Every day I go live, and Doug from Twitch put me on to this. So big shout out to him again. I want to look through a couple of the requests here, see what people are requesting. You can see CWIF, okay. Whatever pumps launches it as a protocol. Comma, Bowden, and Tremp. Those would be good. Lock in. Again, it doesn't look like there's many comments here yet. So, but there's upvotes. Okay, that's great, because people aren't going to comment. So I don't want to look at the comments because most people are introverted. I'm introverted as well. I'm not going to comment on things. It looks like CWIF is going to be the next one. What is CWIF? Cat with hat? Cat with hat, probably. CWIF. So we got demand here on this one. What's it looking like? Okay. So people want to short this. That's what they say, at least. There's 35 votes. Can I vote? Good. You got to at least sign up for our website, or sign up for the web. This is well-known scammer, needs to die, water, time, and beer. This is good, though. I mean, I want to see how quickly they launch stuff. If they can quickly launch things and quickly spot the scammers, that would be great. Obviously, it'd be even better if everything was launched, but I don't know how. I guess I don't know how they would do that. I know that theoretically, you can short anything that has a lending to it. So let's go back to save.finance, because if you can lend or borrow against things, you can essentially short it. Because I can say, hey, I'm going to deposit USDC, and then use that as collateral to borrow with, and then go to Jupiter and sell that with, and hope it goes down. If it goes down, then you can buy back that WIF at a lower price and pay back your USDC. Wait. You sold the WIF. Sometimes I have to write this down. So you loan your USDC. This is how to short without dump.fun. And this works on like Aave and Solend. You loan the USDC. Let's say you loan $1 million in USDC. You borrow $500,000 in WIF, and you go immediately and sell that WIF. So you owe back $500,000 in WIF. You sell that WIF for USDC. You get the $500,000 in USDC. You can pay back the loan if you want. But now you have $500,000 in USDC. You have $1 million being supplied here, and you owe $500,000 in WIF. Now you wait for WIF to go down to 150 or $1 or whatever your target is, and then you buy it back, and that $500,000 in WIF only costs you $250,000 now. So that's essentially what they're doing in the background. I'm assuming we've been able to do this for years with any token on like Aave. So again, I'll tell you that example because I know not everybody understands this. So, this was kind of a mind, like, it was pretty interesting to me. Can we see markets? Okay, so for example, this is how I think they're doing it. In the back end, it's essentially you put up your USDC. Let's say you put up $1 million in USDC as a supply. And then I can go borrow, let's say I think Uniswap's going to zero. I would go borrow $500,000 in Uniswap. That's 0.5 leverage. Again, they're allowing for 0.53, so a little bit more than that. So I lend the $1 million in USDC. I borrow, I think Aave is going to zero, so I borrow $500,000 in Aave, and I immediately sell that. So now I owe back $500,000 in Aave, and let's say that's 500,000 tokens, just to make it easy. So I'm lending $1 million in USDC. I borrowed 500,000 Aave, and I sold it immediately for 500,000 USDC. Now I am supplying $1 million in USDC. I have 500,000 of cash in USDC just sitting there, and I'm hoping Aave goes to zero. And when I'm done with the trade, I buy back Aave and give it back to Aave. God, I shouldn't have used Aave as an example, but I give it back to Aave to pay it off, and then there's your short, and then you got your profit. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, dude? Let's write it out. Because to me, this was a pretty cool concept. I learned a few years ago, whenever Aave came out, but it's this. How to short, and how is dump.fun doing it? Okay, you have 1 million USDC and you want to short. So this is how they're doing it in my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you would lend the 1M USDC, and let's say I think that sushi is going to zero or going down. So I borrow 500K worth of sushi. And I think it's helpful to know how this works in the back end. I think this is how they're doing it because it's based off Solend, Solend is based off of Aave. It's the same type of thing, whatever. So I borrow 500K of sushi. I lend 1 million of USDC. It's like, hey, here's Solend, here's Solend or Aave. Here's my million USDC. I borrow 500K worth of sushi and immediately sell for 500K USDC. So now Sorry, my market maker's still working right there. So now I'm lent 1M USDC. I owe 500K worth of sushi, hoping it goes down. And then when it does go down, I buy back sushi. Prime ideal example, and it can go the exact opposite way. Example is I use part of that 500K to buy back the same amount of sushi and pay it back. So it can look like this. Lend 1M USDC, borrow 500K sushi, sell for 500 USDC immediately, wait for price to go down, let's say 50% on sushi, then buy the same amount of sushi back for 250K USDC, pay back the sushi loan, then profit 250K. Do you see how that works? That's how shorting works on an exchange, essentially. That's how I think Dump.Fun is doing it. I hope to God that they have an API in the books coming soon. Otherwise, I think it's sketch. Because they don't let algo traders on it. If they do give an API someday, I will be using it a lot. Because now we're able to go long and short on tokens. Another thing that I'm worried about or contingent on using this platform is how fast will they launch tokens and how democratic is that? It would be super sick if we could launch any token can be launched on this. I think there's going to have to be a minimum liquidity. I'd be curious to learn more about that. I've got questions, but I'm extremely excited for Dumpy.Fun. So big shout out to Doug. Let me answer any questions here to wrap this up. And yeah, it's simple math. HJ says, Doug says it makes sense. Mike Foley says 777, no time to watch, just saying rock on, Moon. Thank you, bro. Doug says, you should be looking at new ones as they come out daily. Absolutely. I would love to have a bot always looking at new ones. Doug says, I think any token you can lend or borrow. OG Max says 777. Jackson has a good idea. What about doing both? And I think that would be the way, right? To have the sniper sniping for the 30x and then the other ones that look like they're going to zero, short them. And that's so good for hedging. And I really like your thoughts, man, because in algorithmic trading, that is the way to do it, in my opinion. And again, I'm young in this game, so my opinions are going to change pretty much every day. Maybe not every day, but frequently. But the best way to be an algo trader is to have some long systems, some short systems, and a lot of systems that go long and short. So theoretically, if you can figure out your edge and strategies, then you're making money in any environment. That's it. So this is Dumpy.Fun. I'm excited for it. I hope there's an API coming soon. That's it. Every single day I go live on YouTube. It's all free on YouTube. If you need me to hold your hand through any of this process, there's a boot camp, but I don't need to promote it. There's links everywhere. And at the end of the day, I believe code's a great equalizer. And for me, I tried to learn how to code so many times in my life, and it never stuck until I went ahead and said, hey, I need to automate my trading. I got a problem I need to fix. So if you have a problem you need to fix, like automating your trading so you can get a better edge, you can remove emotions, that is what will really give you the kick in the pants you need to learn how to code. At least that's what helped me. So much love. I go live every single day on YouTube. Peace.